Hi, I'm Eliza James. Hi, I'm Charlie Green. Welcome to the Health Kick edition. We're all trying real hard to turn over a new leaf and get fit. Yes, sir. So, if you want to join our regime, and I'm warning you, it's pretty strict around here, get a load of our features. But don't dawdle, run! And if you want to come back to this page, kiss one of these. There, easy. Get moving!
It was the end of term, but it felt like the end of my life. I'd been dreading school sports day because I'd been entered for the obstacle race. The obstacle race at my age! And my friend's brother was coming to watch. I didn't think I could bear the humiliation of him seeing me fail. I remember the first time I met him.
Hi, Anton. This is my best friend, Kelly.
Well, hi, Kelly. I've heard a lot about you.
He's gorgeous. I started trying to impress him, to show him how brilliant I am at everything. For a while it worked.
What are you doing?
Writing. It's a short story for my English class.
Can I read it when you're finished? I'd really like to.
What do you say? Choose one of these.
Okay. No, it's too embarrassing. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. So what do I get in return? Yeah, he was impressed all right. Impressed enough to come into his sister's room to chat whenever I went over to their house. Impressed enough to keep bumping into me wherever I went.
Oh, hi, Kelly. I didn't expect to see you here.
This is the 4th time Anton has accidentally bumped into you. What do you say?
Hi, Anton. Really, Anton? What a coincidence, huh? Didn't you? No, it's weird, isn't it? The way we keep bumping into each other. But he wasn't impressed enough to tell raven-haired temptress Stacey Watts to leave him alone.
How do you feel? Jealous? You want to punch Stacey's lights out? You think he won't be hers for long? You think, oh well, a boy is a boy is a boy.
You're his sister, Sharon. What shall I do?
Well, I know he's scared of pushy girls, but I don't know what you see in him anyway, Kelly. He's such a dork.
But I never thought so. And there I was, on sports day, hiding. No one's noticed that I've gone. I think I can sneak off now. The race has probably started without me. Yeah, I can definitely go.
Kelly Redding, is that you lurking amongst the trees? We all wondered where you'd got to.
Oh no, what do you do now? Try and hide behind a tall tree? Reply, yes, it's me, and come out with your hands up. Try to persuade her you were a dog? You'd have already persuaded yourself that running in the obstacle race isn't such a bad thing, and jog out, raring to go.
Now come along, we don't want to miss the obstacle race, do we? You're just in time.
You're lined up, ready to go. What do you say to Sharon?
Good luck. What does Stacey think she looks like? I feel sick. At least I'll beat Hester. Hester always comes last.
And look, there's Anton. What are you thinking? Choose one of these.
I wish Anton was looking at me. I wish I was out of here. I wish I wasn't so nervous. I wish the ground would open up and swallow me. He's only here to see her, not me. I should have known.
You're off. You're in 3rd place. What are you thinking now?
At least I'm not going to come last. Stacey Watt's bum looks quite fat from this angle. What are we supposed to do with the hoops again? This race is the end of my sports career. Maybe I'll come into my own here. Maybe crawling under nets will prove to be my forte. I can't believe Hester's beaten me. I've come last. I'm so embarrassed.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see Anton running up behind you. But how does your story end? Well, that depends on how you answered the questions. You've shown yourself to be cool, confident, and honest. You hate big displays of emotion, and you don't throw tantrums. People often come to you for advice, and you're nice enough not to mind. To see what happens next, kiss the arrow.
Hi, Anton. Oh. But he ran straight past me.
Stacey! Stacey, you won! I knew you would. Congratulations!
Oh, thank you, Anton. Thank you so much. I came last. I lost him.
You liked him, didn't you?
Yeah.
But he's a total dweeb. If he goes out with someone just 'cause she wins an obstacle race, he's not really worth it, is he?
Suppose not.
Look, Kelly, why don't we go for a coffee?
Yeah, all right.
I tell you, Kelly, you should meet my brother. He's gorgeous. And I think he'd really like you.
Really? When's he in?
If you want to look good, you've got to eat a balanced diet. And even if you don't want to look good, you've still got to eat a balanced diet to stay healthy. And if you don't want to stay healthy, then frankly, I give up. Anyhow, you can't eat a balanced diet unless you know what's in the food you eat. So, here's a pile of food. Everything on the screen belongs to a different nutrient group. Your skin needs all of these groups to stay at its best. Pick a food to find out more. Skimmed milk contains fatty acid, which keeps the outer skin cells plumped up so your skin will look smoother and feel softer. You'll also find fatty acid in low-fat yogurt and lean meat. Folic acid produces new skin cells, keeping your skin looking shiny and healthy. You get it in bananas, liver, kidney, spinach, and broccoli. Vitamin E is found in whole grain cereals and also in eggs and butter. It protects your fat, which you may think doesn't want protecting, but fat's important for cell structure and cell renewal, which equals fresher-looking skin. You probably know that lemons are a great source of vitamin C, as are oranges, cabbages, red and green pepper, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin C forms collagen and promotes healthy blood circulation, which brightens up your complexion. Lean meat is a good source of protein. Or you could get it from poultry, eggs, cheese, and beans. Protein keeps you looking young by maintaining the network of elastin and collagen which supports the skin. Zinc, which you find in nuts, seafood, cheese, and beef, helps your body break down proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Carrots contain vitamin A. So do butter and spinach. This vitamin keeps skin supple and soft and gives dry skin an extra boost. Fish is rich in vitamins B6 and B12. These help form collagen, which prevents skin from sagging and protects it from infection. You'll find these vitamins in meat, cereal, and eggs too.
The sporty look doesn't want to have a lot of thick foundation, so you want a nice clean skin tone, because a healthy glow is actually what this sporty look's all about. And emphasise that with some blusher, and we're using a very soft rosy red shade, quite like the real colour of sort of flushed skin. We're not using eye makeup here, but we are using mascara on the top lashes only, and this is to define the eyes and make them look larger and more wide awake. And very important thing on this look is eyebrows, because if you're not wearing a lot of eye makeup, emphasising your eyebrows actually helps to bring a frame to your eyes. And I'm using dark brown eyeshadow. And for the lips, a bright colour like red, and I'm outlining the lips with a lip pencil, and then colour in the middle of the lips also with the pencil. That's the sporty look.
Add a very dark brown eyeshadow, well blended of course, and put a little under the bottom lashes using the same colour. There's a line of dark brown eyeshadow across the top lashes. Then carefully define the lips with a pencil and fill them in with this brilliant red lipstick. And that's your party look. So for the daytime look, add brown eyeshadow, taking care to blend it very well, with just a touch underneath, but keeping to the outer edge. Fill in the lips with this bright red lipstick, and there it is. Try out.
Okay, welcome to Face Factory. This is your chance to design a face and then give that face a complete makeover. You can build any kind of face you want, and then see what kind of makeup looks good or bad on the face you created. First off, we'll sort out the general shape of the eyes, nose, or lips, the basic features that you want. Then when you've got the basics, you can refine each feature in turn until it looks exactly how you want it. Now, if it all sounds kind of complicated, don't worry, because I'll be there to help you out all the way, okay? And when you've finished your masterpiece, you can get Charlie to show you different makeup styles on that very same face that you designed. Or you could create new styles yourself. You can do anything you like. So let's get going.
First off, what kind of shape is the face you want? Is it oval, round, long, square, or heart-shaped? Now, what sort of eyes do you want? Choose between sleek, those are large, deep-set eyes, stunning eyes, which are large and prominent. You could have slinky, which are prominent but smaller, or modest eyes, which are small and deep-set. Okay, how about the eyebrows? You could have fine, which are very light eyebrows, full, which are thick and lush, or slender, which are somewhere in between. What kind of nose would you like? There's a delicate nose, which is long and slender, a dinky nose, which is small, a cute nose, that's small but a little broader, or there's a super nose, just that little bit larger, little bit broader than the rest. And to finish off, how about the lips? Delicious lips are quite wide and thick. Elegant are wide but slimmer. Pouting lips are thick but not so wide. And petite lips are, well, petite. Okay, we've taken your choices and stuck them together. But if this face doesn't quite look like what you had in mind, don't panic. Because we're not finished yet. What you gotta do now is simple. Move the lips and kiss a feature. Each time you select a feature like this, it'll change. Keep on experimenting till you get the kind of face you want. Try it, and you'll soon see what I mean. Then, when you're happy, kiss the lipstick and we'll move on to the makeovers.
Okay, you've designed a face, you clever thing. Now you've got a choice. You can ask Charlie to put a new style of makeup on the face you've made. Just choose the style you want. She'll reveal all the techniques you need to get that look. Or you can break out on your own, create new styles, new looks, go wild with makeup. You decide.
I've got 4 styles of makeup for you to try. Natural, sporty, glamorous and wild.
Okay, Charlie, show us how it's done.
For this wild look, you need quite a pale skin tone, so use quite an opaque foundation and some powder on the top to matte the skin down. Pale and interesting is the key here, so use a little bit of blusher, not very much at all, just a little bit on the cheeks, just under the eyes. And the eye makeup is quite definite, so you start with the eyebrows, and I'm colouring those in with an eyebrow brush and some dark eyeshadow, making the eyebrows really strong. And on the eyes, using a lilac-y purple, very, very pale, and that goes over the whole eyelid and up and under the eyebrow. Smudge that on with a soft brush. There's none of this colour under the eye, and there's a line of black eyeliner using a really fine brush along the top of the lashes, and that goes all the way from the inner corner to the outside and lifts up slightly, and that makes the eyes look wider. And then lots of black mascara on the top, and then take some false eyelashes and cut the end off so there's about 2 or 3 clumps of hairs, and glue those at the outer edge of the eye. That just makes your eyelashes look even longer. And for the lips, use a really deep plum shade and apply a layer, then blot it with a tissue and apply a second layer, and you'll get a really deep stained colour. And that's the basic look. I can show you how to adapt this style for a daytime look or for a party. To get a party look, add a shimmering lilac to the eyes with a dark purple in the socket crease and all the way along under the lower lid. More mascara on the bottom lashes and a whole false eyelash on the top. Then use a burgundy lipstick with gloss to make it shine.
Hello again. So what now? How about trying out that style yourself?
All right. Now it's time to make up the face you created. Kiss this if you want to see a different edition of Kiss. Are you really wild? What does your date think about you? Is he in awe of your wildness? Or are you just his tame little bunny? Well, our quiz won't take any prisoners.
What sort of girlfriend are you? How do you rate as a date? Are you red hot, smoldering nicely, or a bit on the cool side? Shh! Don't tell me yet. Let's do the quiz and I'll tell you what I think.
Take a look at these 4 guys. Kiss the one who you'd most like to date. You desperately fancy someone and you'd love to go out with him. What do? Ask him out? Wait for him to ask you out? Forget the whole thing. You never get to go out with the guys you fancy. Flirt outrageously at every opportunity and hope he gets the general idea. Using this scale, how confident are you that your first date with a new boyfriend will go well? Who chooses where to go? You? Him? You decide together? You have a blazing row trying to decide where to go. You end up on a bench in town not talking to each other. What would you choose to do on your first date? Dance the night away at a wild rave. Go for a candlelit meal in a cozy restaurant. Take in a film at the local cinema? Stay in and get friendly at your place while your parents are out. Take a look at this calendar. Kiss the year you were born. Who out of the following stars are you most like physically? You decide you've fallen in love with your new boyfriend, but 2 days after the date, he still hasn't phoned. Do you phone him? He's probably lost your number. Go out with someone else while you're waiting? Wait a few more days, then forget him? Sit by the phone with a box of tissues and cry, and cry, and cry, and cry. Using the thermometer below on a scale of 1 to 100, how sexy do you think you are? Watch the temperature rise and kiss when you want it to stop.
Now, when you're on a date, you are Miss Soft. You're so romantic. You want all the trimmings. Candlelit dinners, moonlit walks, love letters. You adore them. And if your date doesn't pull up in a horse-drawn carriage with a red rose in his teeth and 2 first-class tickets to Venice, you go into a sulk, don't you? You're shy by nature and wouldn't dream of asking a boy out. Take a tip from me. Don't expect too much from a date. If you're upset because things aren't just perfect, you might miss out on a lot of fun. And remember, it might be a good idea to pluck up courage and ask out the boys you fancy, because believe it or not, some of the nicest boys are shy too. So, Cinderella, want to know what to wear on your date? Kiss the box.
With lipstick, I like to use a lip pencil to outline the lips first. The reason for this is it gives you a nice edge to the lips and it stops your lipstick from sort of creeping out onto your face during the day. If you've got a colour that's quite neutral and very close to the colour of your natural lips, you can create a nice edge to your mouth and then fill in with your favourite lipstick. I always use a lip brush to apply lipstick. The reason I do this is to get a really good precise shape to the lips. Make sure that you blend the lipstick into the pencil edge and then always blot the lipstick with a tissue. Always set your lipstick using some loose powder because this will help keep your lipstick lasting all day long and it'll also create a matte finish.
Are you
For this wild look, you need quite a pale skin tone, so use quite an opaque foundation and some powder on the top to matte the skin down. Pale and interesting is the key here, so use a little bit of blusher, not very much at all, just a little bit on the cheeks, just under the eyes. And the eye makeup is quite definite, so you start with the eyebrows, and I'm colouring those in with an eyebrow brush and some dark eyeshadow, making the eyebrows really strong. And on the eyes, using a lilac-y purple, very, very pale, and that goes over the whole eyelid and up and under the eyebrow. Smudge that on with a soft brush. There's none of this colour under the eye, and there's a line of black eyeliner using a really fine brush along the top of the lashes, and that goes all the way from the inner corner to the outside and lifts up slightly, and that makes the eyes look wider. And then lots of black mascara on the top, and then take some false eyelashes and cut the end off so there's about 2 or 3 clumps of hairs, and glue those at the outer edge of the eye. That just makes your eyelashes look even longer. And for the lips, use a To get a party look, add a shimmering lilac to the eyes with a dark purple in the socket crease and all the way along under the lower lid. More mascara on the bottom lashes and a whole false eyelash on the top. Then use a burgundy lipstick with gloss to make it shine. For the daytime look, strengthen the eyes by filling in the sockets with a purpley grey eyeshadow. Add some more underneath with a spongy applicator. And apply mascara to the bottom eyelashes as well as the top ones. Now on the lips, fill in with burgundy lipstick and dust it over with loose powder to give a matte finish. Perfect.
If you believe in astrology, you'll believe the planets influence everything. And that includes what you wear. What you look good in could depend on what your element is. It might be fire, air, earth, or water. It's all to do with where the planets were when you were born. Say, if the planet with the rings was in the crab, and then the fiery red planet was on the scales, or perhaps the scorpion, then... Look, believe me, you have to be a qualified astrologer to understand all this stuff. But luckily, I am one, and I've got my qualified astrologer hat to prove it. So, what's your element? Let's find out.
At a party, the guy on the other side of the room has made it perfectly clear that he fancies you. Yes, it's true, and even more incredibly, you fancy him. Which course of action would you take? Ask him to dance? Smile encouragingly, but wait for him to make the first move? Show your intentions through body language and meaningful stares. Act as cool as you can to make it a bit more challenging for him. Where would you like to go on a first date? Round to his place to watch TV? To a party or a wild nightclub? To a nice restaurant? To the park? Look at this horoscope chart. It shows the 12 signs of the zodiac. Kiss your star sign. Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Capricorn. If you were taken on an action holiday, pony trekking, mountaineering, or something like that, using this scale, how much would you enjoy it? Be honest. Which of these is your favorite color? Have a listen to these sounds and decide which one is your favorite. Which body of water appeals to you most? A lake? A stream? A pond? The sea? It's your birthday. What do you want me to give you? A very special item? A book you've wanted for ages, perhaps? A crazy night out, going to all your favorite places, doing your favorite things, a real night to remember? A beautiful piece of jewelry? 2 tickets for a romantic weekend in Venice? What's the most important quality in a boyfriend? Stamina and the ability to get on with your friends? A big wallet? Wit and intelligence? A big heart?
Well, I think I've worked it out. And your element is... air. Air. Your destiny is shaped by the signs of the air. Gemini the twins, Libra the scales, and Aquarius the bearded hippie. We all need air. We all need people like you. You're intelligent, witty, and attractive. You have a fantastic sense of fun and mischief, and you're extremely imaginative. The look for you is sporty. Kiss the airbox to find out more.
We all like to laze around in the sun. What else is summer for? But you can have too much of a near-perfect thing. And if you sit in those UV rays too long, it's your skin that suffers. Unprotected sunbathing can lead to burning, premature aging of the skin, and in serious cases, even skin cancer. So if you want a safe tan, you've got to take precautions. So what do you want to know? Kiss the umbrella and learn how to protect yourself. Or kiss the adorable bikini girl to discover what the sun does to your skin. Sunshine hits you with not 1, but 2 types of ray, UVA rays and UVB rays. They can both do weird, icky things to your skin. UVA rays can damage the elastin and collagen in your skin. This is what leads to premature aging. Now, you won't see any immediate effect from UVA rays, so you might get fooled into thinking they're just harmless, cute little sunbeams which wouldn't dream of doing anything bad to you. But expose yourself to too much UVA, and you'll wake up one day with a face like this. And it might be sooner than you think. You know about UVB rays. These are the ones that make you go red and burn and peel and suffer. And much more seriously, they've got the potential to cause skin cancer, so watch out. Here's our advice. Never sunbathe when the sun's rays are at their strongest, between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. It's strictly floppy hat and staying in the shades time. If you've got pale eyes, fair skin, and blonde or red hair, you're gonna burn a lot quicker than those dark-haired beauties. Don't share sunscreens with your friends unless they've got the same coloring as you. The sun's rays can damage the skin when you're swimming too, so use a waterproof sunscreen. And remember, your lotion might be waterproof, but it'll never be towel-proof, so always reapply after you've dried off. And even when you don't think you're sunbathing, if the sun can get to your skin, you might as well be. So cover up with a light shirt and trousers if you're sightseeing or playing sports. And don't think you can strip off if there's a cool breeze, 'cause the wind doesn't blow away the UV rays, stupid. the shade, you can join me and Charlie. What's your...
Mark Logan gets through a lot of girlfriends. He was out with Helen Marshall last Monday. On Tuesday, he was spotted holding hands with Sue Perkins. For Mark, girlfriends were not in short supply. They didn't last very long, though. He was working his way through the whole of my class. I knew it was only a matter of time before he got to me. So I wasn't surprised when he sauntered over to me on Friday.
Sean, what are you doing tonight?
Homework.
What about tomorrow night, then?
What about Polly Faber? Aren't you supposed to be going out with her?
Polly? Oh, yeah, Polly. Well, you know how it is. I mean, Polly and me, well, just didn't work out.
Imagine you're Sean. How would you reply? Choose one of these.
Tragic. Well, what makes you think it's going to work out with me? Polly thought you were getting along just fine. Oh dear, that's a shame.
I thought we'd get on okay, but, well, I don't know. She just wasn't my type.
And who is your type?
You are. So, how about it? You and me tomorrow night. Come on, Sean, you know you want to.
Okay, so you do want to go out with Mark. But what are you thinking exactly at this point? Pick one of these.
He must be psychic. I know it'd be a bad idea, but how can I resist? I might as well go out with him. What have I got to lose? I don't want him to think I'm easy. Maybe I should just let him stew for a while. Hey, I like your shirt.
What are you thinking as you pay Mark this compliment? Choose one of these.
I've always liked that colour. I bet all the girls say that. At least he's made an effort to dress up. That should break the ice a bit.
Oh, thanks. Well, new clothes make me feel good, and if you're going out with someone new, you want to feel good about yourself, don't you?
I was determined not to become just another one of Mark's conquests. But every time I looked into his irresistible eyes, I was weakening. I knew I was, just like all the others.
It wasn't long before Mark asked you out on a date again.
I've been thinking about you.
How do you reply?
I've been thinking about you, too. Oh, yeah? That's nice. Good thoughts, I hope.
Well, you're different. There's something sort of special about you. Should we go back to my place to watch a video? My mum and dad are out.
Okay.
What are you thinking now? Choose a thought.
Actually, maybe this isn't such a good idea. Might be a laugh. Can't wait. As long as watching a video is all he wants to do.
I've seen this film 8 times.
You must like it.
Not as much as I like you.
Do you believe Mark? You see no reason not to believe him. You're not sure. You'd like to believe him, but can't. There's no way in a million years you'd fall for that sort of line.
Did you hurt yourself when you fell from heaven?
No!
What's the matter?
Just don't!
But you said you wanted to come back here.
How do you feel? Angry? Confused? Scared? Not too bothered.
I know. You're just going a bit too fast for me, that's all.
I thought you were different.
So that's what he means by different. On Sunday, I saw Mark at the swimming pool with Jackie Snow. He certainly didn't hang around. I avoided him at school. On Monday, at break time, I sat on the playing fields with Helen and Sue.
What do you say to Helen and Sue?
You could have told me what he was like. You'll never guess what happened. It was awful. He was like an octopus. He was nice. We had a good time.
So are you going to see him again?
No, I don't think so. But I decided that I had to get in touch. I had something important to do.
So, how will the story end? That depends on how you answered the questions. You've shown yourself to be outgoing, adventurous, and utterly, utterly tactless. Kiss the arrow to see what happens next.
Do you think we should warn her, or let her find out for herself?
I think she's about to find out any minute.
Oh, yes, if you don't have time to chase home before the big party begins, Charlie can show you how to convert your oh-so-respectable daytime makeup into a stunning nighttime look. Ever wondered why your friends are drawn to you? Do you know what your good points are? You don't. Try our quiz and find out what it's really like to be your buddy. Your best friend's failed all her exams and she needs some serious cheering up. What do? Rush round to her place and let her have a good cry? Make her laugh by sending her a gorillagram? Remind her that grades aren't everything and take her out shopping? Take her a packet of, a lot of chocolate biscuits? What do you like best about school? Going home? Studying? Being with your best friend? Meeting the whole gang? You lend your best friend your favorite jacket. 3 months later, when you ask her to give it back, she tells you she's lost it. How do you feel? Upset that she didn't tell you earlier? Furious! She'll have to buy you a new one that's exactly the same? Okay, these things happen. Slightly annoyed, but as long as she offers to replace it, you'll forgive her. You and your best friend have a big row. You said some things you wish you hadn't, and now she's not even speaking to you. How do you try and make it up? Carry on as if nothing happened and hope it will blow over? Tell her you were kidding and that you didn't mean any of it. Apologize straight away. Send her flowers or a card or a letter to show her how sorry you are. What kind of career do you think you'll choose? One which carries plenty of responsibility? An easy one where you can earn a lot of money for not a lot of work. You don't care as long as you're the boss. One which helps make the world a better place. You're organizing a surprise birthday party for a good friend. What will you arrange? A wild rave at your place? Dinner at her favorite restaurant? A manic pajama party, strictly girls only. You'll hire a nightclub and invite everyone she knows. Your best friend has found a boyfriend. How do you feel about it? Hopeful? Maybe he's got a good-looking brother? Happy for her? Really? Resentful? You wish you had a boyfriend? Worried? You won't have as much fun together now. You meet a really nice girl on vacation and you discover that you live quite near to each other. Using the sliding scale, how likely are you to contact her once you're back home? The not very popular girl in your class invites you to go out Friday night. What do you say? I'm sorry, I'm busy that night. Okay, I love to party. I'll have to check my diary, but I should be free.
You are cool, matter-of-fact, and as smart as they come. You're always supportive. When your friends need some sound advice, you're the one they come to. You're strong, honest, and afraid of nothing. Anyone who has you on her side is very lucky indeed. Check out our glamorous look.
Ever wondered? Give your skin the attention it craves. Follow our everyday cleansing routine for healthy, zitless, glowing skin.
Ow, 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 ow.
Not everyone's lucky enough to have flawless skin, but that doesn't mean you can't improve on what you've got. Before you find the right skincare routine and makeup for you, it's important to know what kind of skin you have. Why? Because some products and treatments have been especially designed with your skin type in mind. So, how do you find out what kind of skin you've got? First, sit in front of a large mirror in a well-lit room. You need to think about two things: how your skin feels and how it looks. Does your skin often look dull with flaky patches, especially when the weather is very hot or cold? When you touch it, does it feel slightly rough? And after you've washed it, does it feel tight? If that sounds like you, you've probably got dry skin. Or is your skin slightly greasy all over, especially around your nose and chin? Do you get lots of zits and blackheads or spots that seem to be under your skin? Yes? Then your skin type is greasy. Perhaps it's a bit of both. If your skin's oily on your forehead and nose but dry or normal elsewhere, or you think you've got dry skin one day then greasy the next, you have combination skin. All these types need their own skincare routines. Kiss the one you'd like to see. So, you've got dry skin. You're probably the envy of your greasy skin friends, who'd swap their spots for your complexion anytime. But you know that having tight, flaky skin can be a real pain, especially when makeup seems to soak into your skin, leaving it patchy and uneven. But there's a lot you can do. Do you want to see a daily routine you can use, or a special treatment for when your skin plays up? To get dry skin looking its best, follow this routine every morning and night. Start by massaging cream or milk cleanser into your skin. Then wipe it away with damp tissues or cotton wool. This helps remove makeup and any grime that you've picked up during the day. Then pour a little toner onto damp cotton wool and sweep it over your face to remove every last trace of cleanser. Always use alcohol-free toner, as alcohol can have a drying effect. Finish off with a rich moisturizer. Water and oil formulations are the best for your skin type. This will form a barrier to stop natural moisture escaping, and it'll leave your skin feeling soft, smooth, and comfortable. Good. Now you could see something again, or you could head back to the contents page.
Everyone has their on and off days. But what do they mean? Try our mood test to understand exactly what mood you're in right now and how to make the most of it.
Which of these colors appeals to you most? Don't try to link the color to anything in particular. Just think about which one makes you feel happiest. If you were a piece of furniture, what would you be? An armchair? A chaise longue? A bed? A desk? You're talking to a guy you like the look of. Which one of these chat-up lines would you use? Did you know you're the sexiest guy in the room? Let's talk. Your place or mine? Excuse me, do you know where the toilet is? What were your first words when you were a baby? Me? Mine? Tree? Cat? What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and found you were a millionaire? Stuff all the money under your mattress before anyone sees it? Go shopping! Give some of the money to charity, send some to your friends and family. Open a bank account, order a stack of credit cards, and do all your shopping by phone. What sort of footwear are you sporting at the moment? What position were you in when you woke up this morning? What did you have for breakfast today? Fresh fruit? Eggs and bacon? 10 packets of chocolate biscuits or cereal and toast? How many times have you looked in the mirror today? About 3 times? Once or twice? At least 4 and you're off to have another look now? None?
Okay, you are pretty mature, but that doesn't stop you from having fun. You're not too moody. You've got far too much common sense for that. But you can be a bit distant at times, and when it comes to sarcasm, you're an expert. Find out your exact mood by choosing one of these shapes.
You're in a dreamy mood. Hello, anyone home? You're living in a fantasy land at the moment. That's cool for now, but in the long term it might not be such a good thing. Ask yourself why you're avoiding reality. If you've got problems, sticking your head in the clouds won't make them go away. The look for you right now is glamorous.
Okay, so your skin's got problems. But there's no need to worry. Who cares? Who needs to look good? I mean, really, why should any girl be afraid of zits?
Flakiness, red splotches, sallowness, puffy eyes, flaky and chapped lips, and acne.
No one's really bothered about things like that, are they? Oh, you are? Okay. How about you choose one of the topics of terror and I'll show you how to sort it out.
Too many late nights and too much stress are the most common causes of under-eye bags. Try to get 8 hours sleep a night, reduce stress by taking lots of exercise, and give yourself some time off, why don't you? To help bags disappear, try some of these ideas. Place slices of cucumber or tea bags over your eyes. The cool temperature in the cucumber and the tannin in the tea will shrink the blood vessels which cause puffiness and give everyone in the house a good laugh at your expense. Open a window in your bedroom or turn the heating down a bit because sleeping in a stuffy room will only make your problem worse. If you use too much eye makeup, you'll draw attention to the puffiness, so keep it to a minimum. If you've got puffy eyes all the time, they could be caused by an allergy, so go and see your doctor. If you've got dry, flaky patches, you might be over-exfoliating, under-moisturizing, or using the wrong kind of beauty products. Cut down on facial scrubs. Using a scrub is great for loosening blackheads and sloughing away dead skin cells, but unless you've got particularly greasy skin, you should only exfoliate once a week. More than this and you'll end up with sore, dry patches. If this happens, please, please don't try and get rid of flakiness with another scrub. You'll only make it 10 times worse. If you don't think you need a moisturizer, think again. Moisturizer stops water escaping from your skin, and since dehydration is a major cause of flakiness, you can see how important this stuff is. Look out for moisturizer that suits your skin type, and use it every morning and night, or whenever your skin feels dry. If the weather's cold, go for a slightly richer moisturizer. Let's get one thing straight. Acne is not the same as getting an occasional outbreak of spots. It's a medical condition consisting of spots, blackheads, greasy skin, and large pores. It can be caused by hormonal changes. How bad it gets depends on how you treat your skin. If you've got acne, go see your doctor. You wouldn't try to cure mumps by yourself, would you? Your doctor may be able to prescribe you products which are specially formulated for the kind of acne you've got. Don't waste lots of money on spot creams, because these are designed to deal with regular spots, not heavy stuff. Steer clear of harsh soaps and toners with a high percentage of alcohol. These will make your skin feel sore and rough. And finally, don't wash your face in very hot water. This can increase the amount of oil your skin produces, which will lead to even more acne. Dull, sallow, almost yellow-toned skin can be caused by bad circulation, lack of iron, or simply because your skin is quite thick, making your blood vessels less visible. Here's how to brighten things up. If you take regular exercise, you'll improve sluggish circulation and give your skin a healthier tone. Using a face mask also gives your circulation a temporary boost. Also, include more iron in your diet. All these things will combat sallowness in the long term. But right now, you could use a lilac tone color corrective powder or cream to balance the yellow tones in your skin. Good luck! Unlike your skin, your lips don't contain oil glands, so they have no natural moisture. This means they need special care to stop them becoming flaky or sore. You can get rid of flaky skin on your lips by brushing gently with a clean toothbrush. Remember to slick on lip balm to prevent water escaping from your lips, and don't lick your lips when they feel dry. The water will just evaporate and you'll only make them drier. When you buy lipsticks, look for the ones with moisturizing formulations, and go easy on the frosty lipsticks. These can dehydrate your lips too. You know how you get spots just before a big date? That's because stress is one of the reasons why you get spots. So worrying about spots will give you more spots. Neat, huh? Now, you should never, ever think about squeezing them. You might spread the bacteria over your face and end up with a whole lot more. But, if you are going to squeeze your spots, here's how to do it. First, make sure your hands and face are squeaky clean. Then wrap a tissue around your forefingers and squeeze on either side. If it won't budge, just leave it, or you might end up with a scar that'll last a lot longer than your zits. Far better to cover your spot with concealer, then blend it into your face with a clean finger. If it came out easy, splash your face with cold water and dab the spot that was with a little antiseptic. And remember, you shouldn't ever squeeze them. And it wasn't me that told you how, okay? If you've got very fair or red hair, chances are your skin is fashionably pale and translucent. This means that any increases in your blood circulation are clearly visible, and that's what makes your cheeks go all red and flushed. You might suffer outbreaks of blotchiness when it's very hot or cold, when you eat spicy food or drink alcohol, and when you work out. You can beat the problem by rinsing your face in cool water, which will shrink the blood vessels. Maybe you should use a color corrective cream or powder. These are usually green-tinted and help neutralize the redness in your skin. Or try using an all-in-one powder foundation. These give heavy coverage so they hide away splotches very well.
What are you going to do with your life? Are you going to be a supermodel, an Oscar-winning actress, or maybe just a president? Somewhere there's a career that's exactly right for you. Don't you want to know what it is? Me too. So let's do the quiz and find out.
You bad girl. You've stayed out too late with your boyfriend and your mum and dad have forbidden you to see him for a week. How do you feel? Okay, a break will do your relationship some good. Trauma City, a week without your man is a week you can't survive. Reasonably calm. Now you can get on with stuff you've been putting off. Sad, but hey, maybe you could arrange to meet up on the sly. What did you score in your last mathematics exam? Use this scale. Which of these sounds excites you most? Is it or maybe or even which of these words describes you best? Ambitious, idealistic, imaginative, practical. What's your lucky number? If you haven't got a lucky one, now's a good time to decide. Look at these hand shapes. Hold up your hand and work out which shape is most like yours. Where would you like to go for your ideal day trip? Canoeing with friends? A wildlife reserve? An art gallery? A day at the races with your dad winning loads of bets? Okay, you love being with people, going out with friends and having a great time. You're an extrovert, and your relaxed, easygoing sense of humor makes you brilliant company. You're trustworthy and very mature for your age. As you're always cheerful and helpful, a job as an air hostess, therapist, receptionist, hotel manager, or DJ would suit you fine. High cheekbones.
Foundation evens out your skin tone, provides a smooth base for the rest of your makeup, and can help protect your skin from the hazards of pollution and weather. It's up to you to decide if you need to wear it every day or just when you've got a big night out. You may have heard that wearing foundation is bad for your skin, but if you choose the right type, it can't cause any damage at all. So long as you cleanse, tone and moisturise first, it won't clog pores or dry out your skin. There are two important things to think about whenever you buy foundation: colour and formulation. Your foundation needs to be exactly the same colour as your skin. Too dark and you'll look plain weird, too light and people will keep trying to resuscitate your deathly pale face. You'll know if it's the right shade if you sweep a small blob across your jawline and it blends with your skin. If you can see a difference, don't buy it, no matter what the nice sales lady says. The formulation you should go for will depend on your skin type. For dry skin, use a water and oil-based foundation, which will keep your skin feeling moisturised and comfortable. While for greasy skin, look for oil and water foundation, which doesn't feel sticky or slimy, but will help prevent shiny outbreaks. When you're applying foundation, it's always a good idea to apply moisturiser underneath. It means your foundation will go on a lot easier and won't go patchy. Start up around the eyes and work the foundation down the face. Cover up what you need to in the centre of the face and then blend outwards so you haven't got a whole load of foundation around the edges, which will leave big tide marks. And always match your foundation exactly to your skin tone. If you're going to use concealer, it's better to apply 2 thin layers than 1 thick layer. Dab it on with your fingers or use your little sponge. And then always set your foundation with powder. Press that in all over the face and over the eyelids as well, which will make your eyeshadow much easier to blend. Using a brush, brush downwards all over the face so that you don't look too made up, too flowery.
Kiss this if you want to see a different edition of Kiss.
I knew about Lloyd's feelings for Susie from the start. In fact, I suppose it was thanks to her that we ever met at all.
Susie! Susie!
But your name is not Susie. Would you look back immediately? Only if he called out again? Would you completely ignore him? Or would you only acknowledge him once he caught up with you?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else.
Susie. Susie. My first word to him. After he'd told me how much I looked like Susie, Lloyd took me to a small cafe by the marketplace. For the first 10 minutes, he talked non-stop about Susie. So, who is this Susie? Your girlfriend?
I wish she was. No, she's just someone I've fancied for ages. I've never had the guts to ask her out. I always used to hang around the shop where she worked, and I don't think she ever really noticed me. She's been gone since the end of February. 3 long months. I spend every Saturday looking for her. That's why I was so excited when I saw you. It's your hair. The way it swings as you walk and your long legs. I thought you were Susie.
How do you reply? Choose which of these you find most appropriate.
Hope you weren't too disappointed. Why don't you try to find out who she was? Well, I'm not Susie, okay? You should get a life. The way Lloyd went on about her that Saturday afternoon in the cafe made me feel strange. I wished he'd been in love with me all that time, not her. He must have read the disappointment on my face.
Well, that's enough about Susie.
That day, I knew making Lloyd mine wasn't going to be easy. Lloyd, you haven't listened to a word I've said, have you?
Oh, sorry. It's just this record. It reminds me of Susie.
How do you react to this comment? Hurl the radio to the floor in a fit of rage? Walk out? Sit down ready to hear another few Susie stories? Tell him you really don't want to hear any more about Susie.
After 6 weeks, the memory of Susie was alive and well and making its home in the ever-widening space between us.
I like your hair like that. Susie used to wear hers like that sometimes.
How do you reply? Choose one of the following.
Quelle surprise. Why don't I just change my name to Susie? Would that make you happy? Huh. Fancy another thick shake? And so it went on. After a few more weeks, I couldn't stand it any more.
What's up?
Nothing.
You've been ever so quiet today. Almost like you're a bit depressed or something. Susie says the best thing for depression is...
How do you reply? Choose one of these responses.
Will you shut up about Susie? Oh, so she's a psychiatrist as well as a sex goddess now, is she? Look, don't worry about it. I'm just fine. Is that the time? I think I'm missing something good on TV.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't think...
That's just the problem, isn't it? You just don't think. Well, maybe it's about time you started. After that one outburst, Lloyd never mentioned Susie again. At last, he was mine, and I was ready to bring him home.
So, Lloyd, I hear you're doing engineering at college. They say it's a difficult course. Yeah, I do seem to be stuck in doing homework a lot of the time.
Everything was going really well.
He seems really nice.
He is.
What would you be thinking at this point? Pick one of the following.
Really, really nice. And I don't ever want to lose him. And he loves me. Especially now he doesn't talk about Susie anymore.
OK, love, you stay put. I'm on my way. I'm just picking up your sister from the station. See you in 10 minutes.
You're not that keen to see your sister. How do you react to the news that she's just arrived at the station?
OK, Dad. See you later. Oh, we've got to go now. Sorry. Come on, Lloyd. Hurry up. Why don't you take her to see a film after you've picked her up, Dad? There's no need to come straight home. Why does she have to come back now?
"10 minutes later."
Lloyd, this is my sister, Susie. Susie. My last word to him.
So, how do you think you got on? I'll tell you, you're an extrovert, you're full of energy. But try not to be so stubborn all the time. It'll just get you into more trouble. To take your mind off, boys, why don't you find out more about our glamorous look? I think it'll suit you.
For blusher, the key to getting it looking perfect is to use a large blusher brush like this. Because if you use a small one that you get in a compact, they're never big enough and you end up with a little thin stripe of colour. And the idea with blusher is for it to look like a nice healthy glow. If you smile and then see where the fat part of your face is, that's where to put the majority of your blusher. So roll it on with a sort of circular motion, and then take a little up around the hairline as well, and just a little bit over the eye socket as well, which will warm the eyes up, and a bit on the chin and a bit on the nose. What this does is it'll give you a nice glow of colour, so you won't look like you've just got two rosy cheeks. You'll look quite healthy.
If you were a color, what color would you be? Would you be red? Or green? Or purple with pink spots? Or orange with nice lime green stripes? Admit it, you've always wanted to know. Answer this quiz and you'll find your very own personal yours forever color. And then I'll tell you what your very own personal yours forever color says about you. Here goes!
Do you tend to keep your feelings to yourself? Yes or no? Using this thermometer on a scale from 1 to 100, 1 being non-existent and 100 being boiling point, how bad is your temper? Watch the temperature rise and kiss when you want it to stop. You're spending a romantic afternoon with your boyfriend. Kiss the place you'd most like to be. The Eiffel Tower? A sunlit woodland? An ice rink? The cinema? How much do you fancy this boy? Come on, how much really? How many of the following have you done in the past month? Accepted a challenge? Stopped yourself from crying? Fantasized about being rich and famous? Acted impulsively? Which of these shapes do you like best? Arrow? Diamond? Square? Triangle? Circle? S shape? M shape? Spiral? How many of these activities do you find really boring? Gardening, cleaning windows, watching television, football? How many close friends, people to whom you can tell your innermost thoughts and feelings, have you got? 1 person? 2 people? Small group? A crowd? Which of these words describes you best? Adventurous, witty, critical, dependable, crazy, fun-loving, warm, passionate. All right, your color is green. So what does that say about you? Well, you love to be the boss. You want to be the best at everything. That's cool. You work hard. You deserve your success. But when you're not allowed to take charge, you get moody. You start rowing with your parents, who, strangely enough, think that they ought to be in charge some of the time, too. Your friends know you're confident and often look to you for advice, and as long as you know you're being appreciated, you're a kind and sympathetic friend to have. But when you're going out with a boy, you like to be mothered. That's probably 'cause you want time out from being Miss Ultra-Confident. Every once in a while, you let your softer side roll over and have its tummy tickled. Some boys might find your mood swings kind of hard to handle, but for others, the combination is bewitching. Your taste is natural. Minutes once a week is all it takes to keep your nails looking wonderful. Choose the same time each week so it becomes a regular routine. Begin by filing your nails with an emery board in one direction only. Don't saw back and forth, because this can make nails split and break. Then rub a cuticle cream into the base of your nails, and gently push back your cuticles with an orange stick. Oh, and this is a cuticle, okay? You can cover the tip of the orange stick with cotton wool to protect the cuticle and to make it less painful. Now, apply a base coat to help your polish last longer, and to stop that polish from staining your nails. When the base coat is dry, apply the first coat of varnish. You'll find that polish looks neater when you apply it in 3 even strokes from the base of your nails to the tips. Then add an extra coat for a more even color and staying power. Finish off by adding a coat of clear varnish to protect polish from chipping. And don't wave your hands in the air to dry them off. You'll get an uneven texture, you bad girl. If you must dry your varnish quickly, use a fast-drying spray or plunge your hands into a bowl of cold water for a couple of minutes. And that's all it takes. Into You're Laura, and you can't believe what your mum has just told you. She's had the cheek to read your diary, and here she is actually admitting that she's done it.
So who is he?
No one.
He doesn't sound like no one to me. Look, Laura, I didn't want to read your diary, but when your school report was so atrocious, I knew I had to do something. Whoever this boy is, he's a bad influence. So who is he, this Luke?
You're furious about your mum reading your diary, and you don't want to tell her who Luke is. How do you react? Pick one of these.
No one special. Mind your own business. Guess. I really can't tell you anything. Not just yet, anyway.
Well, according to your diary, he's very special. Special enough for you to... Well, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going out.
Your dad's not going to be very happy about this.
What do you say to your mum now? Pick one of these.
What's he got to do with anything? Don't try to blackmail me. I know what you're trying to do, and it's not going to work. Look, Mum, can we just keep Dad out of this, please?
I just thought he should know. Maybe when he starts asking questions, he'll get some answers. I don't understand why you didn't tell me about this boy. What's the problem? He's not married, is he, Laura?
No, Mum. Look, all my friends have got boyfriends. Nikki's got a boyfriend.
That Nick is nothing but trouble. She's 16 going on 35. I've seen her swanning around with that so-called boyfriend of hers. He's old enough to be her father.
Nikki is your best friend. Your mum's always criticizing her. So how do you reply? Choose one of these.
Dave's only 24. And he's a good laugh. Why don't you just leave Nikki alone? I don't criticise your friends, Mum, so would you mind not criticising mine? So what?
Why a grown man has to hang around with a schoolgirl is beyond me. And this Luke, I suppose he's one of Dave's friends.
Look, if you must know, there is no Luke. I made it all up. Luke isn't real. Well, he is real, but he's a pop star. I've got a poster of him in my room in case you hadn't noticed.
A pop star, eh? Well, that explains it. I remember when I had a crush on Donny Osmond.
I'd love to hang around and chat about the 70s, Mum, but I think I'd better get to college. I'm late already.
You tell your best friend Nikki all about your dilemma. How would you like Nikki to react? Choose one of these.
I can't believe she read your diary. Did she read all about Luke? I'd leave home if I were you. You don't need all that. So what are you going to do? Is there anything I can do to help?
I just told her I made it all up, that I was bored and having a little fantasy. But I think I'm going to have to behave for a few days.
Why, you mean not see Luke?
Yeah. I'll phone him. He'll understand.
I hope so.
Nikki is the only one who knows the truth. She was with you the night you met Luke at Dave's club, and ever since you started going out with him, you've told her everything.
I told Mum that I'd never met Luke, and I think she believed me. I had to do it because there was no way she'd ever let me go out with him. I'm missing him badly. I love him so much, and I know he feels the same. Whatever happens, I love Luke forever.
So did you tell your mum we're going to the concert tonight?
Would you have told your mum where you were going?
No way! She never would have let me go. I told her I was going out, but not where. Yeah, she wouldn't have let me go otherwise. I left her a note and then sneaked out.
Did you phone Luke?
Yeah, said I'd meet him after the concert.
You squeeze past the security, you put your hand on Luke's shoulder, he turns round, and what happens next depends on how you answered the questions. So how did you do? Well, you've shown yourself to be calm, cool, and enigmatic. But how does your story end? Kiss the arrow and see.
Laura, you made it! I knew you would. I've missed you, Laura. I never want to be apart again.
I'm sorry, Luke, but, well, I'll have to stop seeing you.
Why?
My mum was right. I'm not ready for all of this. Maybe when I've grown up a bit.
But when, Laura? When will that be?
Week Saturday all right for you?
Oh, Laura, I hate you sometimes.
And I love you too.
In today, if you're ever gonna catch his eye.
Eye makeup makes all the difference. Put it on well and you look gorgeous. Put it on badly and people start sniggering wherever you go. You've got to get it right. So to find out how to use eyeliner, eyeshadow and mascara, select the feature you want to see. For eyeshadow, I always start by finding the socket of the eye and then taking a flat brush. Put some eyeshadow into the crease of the eye. The key to perfect eyeshadow is to blend really, really well so there are no harsh edges between bare skin and eyeshadow. And then take the colour down in a V at the side to meet the eyelashes and blend that. And then put some pale cream highlighter up under the brow bone and in the corner of the eye towards the nose. This lightens this area, makes the eyes appear wider and larger. And for underneath the eye, use a sponge applicator. Smudge a colour along the outside corner. You don't need to take the colour all the way along to the inside. Just concentrate on the outside here. For eyeliner, I don't like to use pencils around the eyes because I feel that they drag and they can be a bit hard to use. So I use a thin brush and some dark brown eyeshadow, put that really close against the roots of the eyelashes and softly smudge that in, and you can get a much more intense effect than just using a pencil. Before I do any eye makeup, I like to put some loose powder underneath the eyes so that any bits that might fall down underneath, you can just brush the whole lot away again afterwards. Then I start with the eyebrows, and first of all I brush those through backwards, upwards and along the top to groom them. When I colour in the eyebrows, I like to use dark eyeshadow with an eyebrow brush rather than an eyebrow pencil because I find it gives a much more natural effect. Concentrate the colour on the area near the nose and then along the top of the eyebrow and extend that out. Then for mascara, always do the top lashes first and put the mascara wand really close into the root of the eyelashes, and then as you pull it out, wiggle it slightly so that you colour the whole of the lashes in. And then always brush through with a clean mascara brush so that the mascara doesn't clog together and leave spiky lashes. And then you can add a second layer and then brush that through again, and then you just look up and apply mascara on the underneath lashes using the mascara wand at this angle, drawing downwards, and then just comb those through.